You guys are gonna have to forgive me if my camera keeps moving because me and my phone, we are sitting on the same chair because I'm trying to get light from the window. Just like living or studying in any other country as a foreigner, it comes with its challenges. So today we're gonna be talking about disadvantages of studying or living in China from my perspective as a foreigner, as an African, as a young girl, etc. I made a video a month ago about advantages of studying in China. I'm making this series because I know during this period a lot of people are actually looking forward to applying abroad, and China is one of their options. So maybe this information might help. Hi G Squad, welcome back to the channel. I hope y'all are good, and if you're new here, my name is Leleti. I study and live in China. I've been here for close to 6 years now. So yes, that gives me the audacity to make this series. So before I get into today's business, if you didn't watch the previous video on the advantages of studying in China, please do. I'm gonna leave all those series, my sit down videos about my life in China, Q&As, other things that I've learned after being in China for such a long time. I'm gonna leave all those videos in the description box. I got comments from my previous video, which I'm gonna first address them or reply to them before we get into today's video. Right, guys, you can just pause. I'm sure I'll just leave the comments here. The first comment is talking about, I really enjoyed your video. It was very informative, and as a person that's coming to study in China this September, I'm really excited. Please share more. I really enjoyed your video. Okay, I'm here to share more. The next question is, can I use Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Netflix, WhatsApp in China? Yes, darling, you can, and you need VPN for all those applications. The next comment is, I want to know how much. Yeah. I actually replied to this person, but I felt like since I'm doing another video on disadvantages of studying in China, I can actually come up here and address this. So yes, there are expenses that you actually have to pay, especially during the first month. Let me not say a few months. The first month, those include insurance, your visa, and you will have to do medicals again when you come to China. Also, the other bills will include, school stuff, textbooks. Those ain't really expensive. I'm not sure though if anyone has a different opinion. Also, you will need groceries, and just know when you're moving to a new place, you are starting from zero. You will need from probably cutlery, blankets. Yeah. This person mentioned something that I have always wondered. Like when I was coming to China, I wish someone else had told me this. They said, and should I bring all my clothes with me or just wait to buy some in China? Guys, if you have nice clothes that you like, don't listen to people saying things are cheap in China, things are cheap in China. Leave your clothes, you're gonna buy new clothes when you get there. No, darling. Come with your clothes, especially the first month. There are so many bills that you have to pay, okay? And when you do not have enough money, you're not going to be able to actually buy those new clothes. Don't listen to those people. And I will leave my reply also to this comment here because I tried to explain as much as I could to this person. Come with your clothes, especially the ones that you like, and don't bring blankets. Like blankets are too heavy to carry at the airport. That's my opinion though. You can actually buy blankets here. So the point of me trying to come up here is, it's true guys, things are cheap in China, but when you are just starting the first few months, there's a lot that you have to do. So you not bringing your clothes, you're adding more problems to the problems that are already there. At least as time goes on, you can actually start now buying clothes, because trust me, clothes are not a priority when you just come to China. Okay, yeah. The next comment was, I'm not gonna lie, this is helpful. I need help with some information. The comment, I will leave it here. Okay, so I also replied this person. I left my trusted agent's number as a reply to this comment. when you guys go to him, tell him Leleti referred us to you, or Leleti referred me to you. The other comment is, can one move to China with their spouse at the same time, and through which route? I'm going to say the routes that I know. Unlike UK or any other countries, if your spouse is studying like maybe masters, PhD, I don't know about bachelors, you can maybe apply for your spouse and they come through your visa. China is not really like that. Hey, if you want to relocate you guys at the same time, you probably have, if your spouse is working, maybe, yeah, sure, you can put them on your visa. That one I know of. And then if they're studying, no, you just visit like on, is it 6 months visa? Yeah, something like that. And guys, please, 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 some of these things I also do not have knowledge, so you can maybe try to Google or ask around. I'm not really sure how you can get this information, but trust me, that's now possible for your spouse to come studying, and then you think that you're going to also come on their visa, like stay the same duration as theirs. No, you can actually visit them. And also the other means are business or tourism visa, but the time is also limited. So this is the only information that I have. Please talk to us about what we should do, what we should not do as a student when we get to China. What does it take to learn a skill like nails making, since students ain't permitted to work? Can I be a nail tech as have always be here in my country? Okay. Of course, I changed the sentence because I was trying to make sense out of it. Yes, darling, you can do whatever you want. You can plait hair, you can do nails. What else can you do, as long as it's not illegal? I don't know how much I've emphasized on this point. It is not permitted to work in China illegally. Okay, as a student, just like that, you cannot work up and say you're going to work. Well, over the past 2 or 1 year, the government implied a new rule. If you had to go to work as a student, okay, your school has to approve. There are already terms and conditions which you have to follow, which are already set by the government. And your school has to add on top of those rules, regulations you have to follow. Okay. And they are limited hours. The most boring thing about this whole situation or this rule is, I do tourism management. What it means, for example, I can't just go and work at a hospital. So maybe I could work at a restaurant, anywhere hospitality, with hospitality services, hotel. Yeah. I have to do something within my major. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. So it's not so easy. Your hours are limited. The money is also, the income, the salary is limited. They will not support you if you are being paid too much as a student. Apart from that, I'm not gonna lie and say all people do not work. Some people, they do work, guys, illegally though. And if they catch you, my dear, it's over. Let's get into the video. I have spoken about some of these things in my previous videos, as I've already mentioned you guys, and I will link those videos in the description box. Disadvantages of studying in China from my perspective are: 1, it is hard to find internship. I ended up doing my internship at school because it was so hard for me to get an internship at a proper restaurant or company, institution that had to do with my major, if you get what I'm saying. Because I'm a foreigner, there's a lot that has to be considered. From people that I know who have done internship, I know you need an internship visa. So the one which you have would have to be cancelled. Then you go to the immigration, they grant you an internship visa. And guys, it's just a lot. Okay, so some people who are in, well, how do I pronounce it, pharmaceutical, those people who are in, let me say, medicine, yeah, or people who are studying to be nurses. I know a few. I have a friend, actually, she did internship and she was crying that it's hard. And then I know some people that actually have to go home for like a year, yeah, to do internship. Then you can come back and finish your course. Number 2, it is also hard to find a job. Okay, I've always told you guys, like, during the graduation period, it's a lot. It's hard to find a job. Even if you you studied and graduated in China, you now want to work in their country. You can find a job, the company will accept you, but the immigration, those people are wicked. Yes, of course, there is a percentage of people that are lucky, they can get a job and start working, but it's not easy. Number 3, studying in China and living here, guys, you miss out a lot from home, you miss out from those important occasions, you miss out, sometimes this one is hard, because sometimes you even lose people that are very close or were very close to you, and you don't even get the opportunity to be at the funeral. Like, yeah, the holidays here are always different from our holidays back home, so you're just forced to fit in their holidays. They don't celebrate Christmas, I've told you, but of course other big cities, they do their decorations, but the spirit is not the same as home. Their New Year is different, they have their own Chinese New Year. It's just a lot, like, yo. Okay, number 4, I think someone asked me this. Yeah, someone asked me this. I'll put the comment here. Yes, darling, yes, all the time, all the time. That was number 4. It is there. Yes. But I would also like to acknowledge the fact that it's not bad. I don't know how I can put it. It's not bad to the extent that you are abused physically. Yeah. But emotionally, hey, nah. For example, you could be trying to rent a house, and then you talk with the agent, it's cool. Then the landlord will just say, I don't take black people. And let me tell you, sometimes you could be minding your business, you're in the subway, you go to sit down, everyone will just sit up because they don't want to sit next to melanin. I remember one time I ordered Didi, and when the Didi got there and found out that he is going to be driving a brown skinned girl, he said, hell no. He drove off. And some of their questions, they're just not it. Like, why are you black? What do you mean, why am I black? I was born like this. This is my skin color, and it's beautiful, by the way. There are a lot of instances. I remember a kid asked her parents, it was her mom actually, like, mama, wish mata tell the people, hey, like she was asking mom, why is your skin black? Is it true that their skin is black because they eat a lot of chocolate, or is it true that their skin is black because the sun burns them? Like, the explanation was just not it, but it's there, guys. It happens. All I would like to say is it doesn't get physical, but maybe emotionally exhausting. As I've already mentioned, number 5 was cannot work illegally. You have to do it. Someone is calling me, I beg. You have to do it legally, okay? And the legally way, 10,000 steps, my dear. Number 6, cultural difference. It's really hard to adapt because of cultural difference, especially the first few months. However, as time goes on, guys, like in any other country, you will just get used to it and you just fit in. If you're in Rome, do as Romans. I think maybe another time I'll make a video about culture shock. Yeah, the culture shock, the culture difference, exactly, getting into details here in China, my experiences. The last point is the weather difference. I've also talked about this in my previous videos. The weather difference is crazy. Listen, people who are usually in the north of China, it snows there, and when you're just coming from Africa, you're just used that the temperatures do not really drop that bad. Also, let me tell you, people from West Africa, is it Nigeria, and then Central Africa, Congo, which other countries, I'm not sure, they actually don't have winter, ne? And us in the Saudi, we have winter. It gets really bad. So at least we have experience on how to take care or how to go about the situation when the temperatures drop here. Now those people, they are always arguing with us that we do not have, Africa doesn't have winter. No. Say, where you're coming from. Central Africa say that you guys don't have winter. The southeast, we have winter. South Africa, Zimbabwe, Botswana, Zambia. I'm not sure about Namibia, but we have winter, guys. It gets really bad. Literally this year or last year, it was snowing. It was snowing in South Africa. Okay, so the weather difference, you have to be prepared. Those are the disadvantages from my perspective of studying and living in China. If you're applying to come to China or you have already applied, don't be discouraged. There's a lot of positivity here in China, and I'm not speaking for everyone, guys. Some people have been here and things haven't gone well for them, so it's gonna be different for everyone. It's a different journey. Just try and make the most out of it. If it works out for you, good. If it doesn't, maybe you can blossom somewhere. It doesn't mean it's the end of the road. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I will see you guys on the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and let me know what else you want to see from the channel.